Hey y'all. Good morning. Happy Labor Day. Today officially ends the summer. Everybody should be back to school. Me? I'm not back to school. I wanted to show the followers because you guys get the skinny. We kind of had to slum it for a little bit because we usually stay at our condos, and which of course is where we've been staying. We've had to stay in a dive twice. Once at the Ramada. Stay tuned for that review. And now we're here at the extended stay. And I'll be honest, I chose this because it had a kitchen and a refrigerator. I'm like, hey, for 2 days, we can't be eating out all the time, for one. And for two, I need to keep our shit cold. Especially Charles's, food items that he has to have because he has to have several meals due to his diabetes. So anyhow, the dead giveaway that we're not in the best of places. They've got their own designated police vehicle parking only. Why would you need a special spot designated to law enforcement unless law enforcement's been called out here a lot? Now this property does say that it's 100% non-smoking, but I can assure you somebody's been smoking in here. I don't smoke, so I smell that shit a mile away. So let me show you some other goodies.
What time you getting here?
Here's your grab and go breakfast, which when I booked it said breakfast included. I didn't know it was a grab and go of little mini muffins and Nutri-Grains, coffee and tea, of which I don't even drink, and no sugary snacks. Charles definitely has to stay away from those, and me, I have to stay away from those when I'm not getting a full exercise. Now let me show you something else, folks. Oh, it's over here. I want to show you two things. We just keep having all the bad luck. The Ramada's elevator wasn't working, and this elevator isn't working, which presents a real ADA accommodations issue when you've got disabled people. See that towel underneath the door? I can guarantee you that's a room where somebody's smoking. Why else would you stick a towel underneath your door unless you're doing something you're not supposed to? So here's the stairs that have to be climbed. And folks, I just want to point out that this hotel, this extended stay, is really good about having surveillance cameras throughout the property, except in the stairwell. Like, how does that shit make sense? This is where I'm going to be most vulnerable. If there's some crotchety-ass crackhead hiding out in this stairwell, there's no cameras. None. You're a sitting duck in a stairwell. So you have to be ready, folks. See how you have to be ready to throw a front kick on this situation? But boy, once you make it out of the stairwell, you're immediately greeted with a surveillance camera. So let's go in here and see what Charles is doing in our dive. We're really slumming it. So again, remember I chose this extended stay because of the accommodations of the kitchen. The only problem is there's not a damn thing to cook with. Look. Oh, and this cabinet doesn't even go back behind the wall. Like, there's no back to the cabinet. Apparently, you have to customize your kitchen. Why do you have to do that? Because apparently people have stolen things. So yeah, I'm just going to show you corporate greed. Okay? This is all burn marks from where people have cooked. Now, whose brainy idea was it to put the handles to the refrigerator over here? Your stove is here, your sink is here. These handles, they need to be moved and they need to be there. Let's check out this. You're gonna love this. This is the bathroom. And this is how you also know that everybody's paying the price for those who can't be more responsible. You have a bathtub, but you can't take a bath. Why? Because there's no plug. And when I asked, why do you think there's no plug? Why do you think they discourage people taking baths? Because people have flooded this place. That's what happens to good hotels whenever you start giving out vouchers. I want to show you the burn marks here. You know what these yellow marks are? These are cigarette marks when people smoked in here. See all this yellow staining? Yeah, just put that there and pretend it's not there. I've got a video, folks, to show you what this looked like when we checked in. You can see the yellow drippage there on the wall. It's really quite nasty. But I will say at least there were no bed bugs. We checked for that right away because, man, those are critters you do not want to take home when you're staying in hotels or, you know, places other than home. But anyway, I think this reclines. I just couldn't figure out how. Now, even though they don't allow smoking in here, let me just let you know what would get rid of the cigarette stench in here. Change out these 70s style drapes, for one, because they really smell like stale cigarette stench. Put on a fresh coat of paint. That would help. And yeah, honey, do you have anything to say? We're live. We're letting everybody know that even we can slum it when we have to. You want to say anything, Pumpkin?
Well, yes, I do.
Why don't you mute that TV so everybody has your full attention?
I think that because I can't see the mute, so I just lowered the volume.
Okay, Pumpkin.
And then I was gonna say, what was
Oh,
the
I was
question?
just, there was no question. I wanted to know if you wanted to add anything to our live. We're letting everybody know that even we can slum it when we have to.
When you're retired like the law dog, I myself am not retired, but I'm sick. So Lorianne and I'm helping Lorianne, and Lorianne's helping me knock out some bucket list shit. We missed a big one, but
Which one did we miss, Pumpkin? Which bucket list did we miss? What did I cheat you of, honey? Hi, Annie. Annie, can you believe old Billy on Be Tough thinks I'm going to sit down and write him a letter to the editor? Like, dude, every time I call him out on his posts, he wants to talk about all this shit outside Kern County, but doesn't want to address the shit right in Kern County. Anyway, honey, what were you going to say? What bucket list item did you miss, Pumpkin?
well, you know that picture of that vegetation you took yesterday, and how and how big it was.
Oh, honey.
So I can't, but there might be another opportunity to hit that bucket list item.
Charles is upset because we've been seeing tons of redwoods, but he wants to see a massive redwood.
And that time has come and gone on this trip.
Not necessarily, Pumpkin.
Well, not necessarily, but
I loved your response, Annie. Great response. I'm pretty sure I already commented.
And anything else, my dear?
So we're still enjoying our time away from Killing County, and I can't tell you how great it's been for my health. My digestive issues have been few and far between. However, we do have some essential business coming up, so we will have to address some deadlines in Killing County Kern. We're not going to tell you where, we're not going to tell you when, and that's for our own.
Those of you
that's
that know,
for our own health,
know.
safety, and well-being. But those who know, yes, they know, like our lawyers.
And a few others that are
In the know?
in the know, because there's one thing for sure. If you can't get a hold of us, it's because you don't want to get a hold of us, assholes.
That is the truth. That absolutely is the truth.
Catch me if you can. Old strap on, remember? Whoom, whoom.
Well, we might have to check that out.
Strap on Murray.
Annie.
Put strap on Murray up there.
Annie said we need to go to Balch Park. Her friend has the biggest redwoods right above Porterville. I know exactly where that is. I used to take my students to SciCon up there.
Are they big? Are they big like the redwoods we've seen?
Yes, honey, they're
Well, we
pretty
should
big.
go up there with a fishing pole while we're at it.
We should go up there with the horses.
And the horses.
So anyway, today is a travel day. So Charles is finishing his morning coffee. And then we'll be back on the road again to our next destination.
Our next bucket list destination.
Thanks for following the journey, and thanks to those who are subscribing to the journey. I want to let you know that
Thanks, y'all.
you get the personal stuff. You even get stuff that other people don't get.
You get from the first to the worst.
And you get to make a tax donation to Purple Rains for Healing Hearts, because all proceeds from my Facebook activity goes to our 501c3. We provide assisted equine therapy to the disabled, like Charles, to veterans, like Charles. I mean, we really do other people besides Charles. I'm just saying, as you can see, what the purpose is of our nonprofit. And then to underprivileged individuals. It used to just be underprivileged youth, but we know that there's underprivileged elderly and there's underprivileged, in between. Let me see what Annie said. Be safe. Oh, we're totally watching our surroundings.
Yeah.
You just can't touch. I swear, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but tell me I'm wrong. So we're being followed that night that we had to jet down from Kernville because we forgot about an essential appointment. The kids needed something. So we jetted down. We jetted down from our weekend getaway only to be followed.
Yeah.
And then they wait until I'm safely in my driveway. It's a gang. They're gang stalking.
Yeah, they're gang stalking.
Waited until I was safely in my driveway with my garage door going up. Then he trespasses onto my property, initiates his lights. And that's what Charles means by, if you really wanted to get in touch with us, you really didn't try to get in touch with us, because when you were following us on the public streets, why didn't you initiate those lights then? That's what's really strange. Then we get into our house, and I'm like, what's going on? None of this passes the smell test. Somebody suggested to call 911. I'm glad I did.
Oh, yeah.
Because That's what Cynthia Zimmer failed to do the night that she
Boy, you should
needed.
have seen those
She
cockroaches
needed help
scattered
with
the
her
way they
nephew,
did.
because when you call 911, that creates an immediate paper trail. The media gets notified. You can't unwind that shit. And then, I kid you not, she tries to tell me to go outside to see what they wanted. Like, I'm just going to voluntarily, gee, hands up, don't shoot.
Yeah.
I'm coming out. What do you want?
But wait, there's more.
No.
When she did,
No,
she did tell her that ain't gonna happen, Mrs. 911, she did the absolute wrong thing. But you still, if you haven't rolled over, you can still save your ass, roll over, make
Good
some
morning,
cash,
Carla.
make some cash, and say, who pushed that button to hang up that phone? Because I can promise you right now, it was not Fly Girl who did it. Somebody, her boss, was looking over her shoulder, and when they said, we're not going out there, we called 911, that was it. They all loaded up, 911 clicked, and I can guarantee you, whoever answered that 911 call, if you ain't rolled over yet, you're sitting on a gold mine, because whoever hung up that call just to frustrate the call, that's criminal.
Rico.
That's fucking,
That's
Rico.
criminal.
That's criminal
Yeah.
as you get, motherfuckers.
Yep.
So, like I said, you can't get a hold of us because you don't.
And Annie even said she loved how we called, and they ran like chickens. You watch the end of that video, Annie, you hear my son, Mom, they're gone.
Yeah.
Just like that.
It's like you turn on the if like out here we go out into the to go see the crescent moon, and what do we see when we turn on the lights? Cockroaches going everywhere, getting all out of the light and everything. That's like the sheriff's department. They ain't nothing but a bunch of cockroaches. What's that one cockroach? What's that cockroach?
Cockroach Cayman?
Cayman, cockroach Cayman. Hey, Cayman.
Oh, wait. This is real important.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well,
So, you know how Cayman's crying like a bitch?
like a bitch.
He hold on, honey. And the only reason he got called out is because he's the one that came like a thief in the night at 3:30 and misappropriated a legal document, lying under the color of authority to say that he had to come into my house. He had the right to do so. That's the only reason I complied, folks. And he didn't have the right to do so. And then he's the one that hauled Charles off, abducted him, knew that he required all those medications, and failed to ensure that he would get them, therefore denied him a standard of care. And he had an opportunity to blow the whistle, and he failed to do that. And that's why, hold on, this isn't even done. This is going to get real good.
Oh, yeah.
So we call him out as a public servant, a corrupt and incompetent public servant.
I told you
Just
were.
like we've called out any other public servant,
Just like
including but not limited to his boss, Donnie Youngblood, Cynthia Jane Franks,
And the
Finger
bastard
Zimmer,
child.
Gabriel Godinez, Michael
Zach Scribner.
Kilpatrick, Zachary Scrivener,
Yeah.
the
Perez.
list, Leticia Passaround Perez.
Leticia
The list
Passaround.
goes on. Why does Cayman think he's the special one?
He's not the special one.
Bradford
he's the bitch.
Frizzell, Senior Deputy Smith. Why does he think, and by the way, Cayman's BFFs with Bradford Frizzell?
Who cares? They're all
Bradford
bitches.
Frizzell tried to do a red flag gun violence restraining order
Failed
against
horribly.
me and lost. And I find it a little suspect that now his BFF Cayman is trying to take a shot at the title.
Oh,
Let me tell
Cayman,
you what.
Good luck with that, bitch.
Let me bring this shit full circle. This is how damn good I am.
Yeah.
You know that CEO that snatched that hat at that tennis match from the little boy? Remember that? And everybody's cancel culturing him?
Yep.
Kind of like the CEO on Coldplay that got caught having an affair.
Yep. Behind home plate.
Folks, things that happen in the public,
Can't.
they're not, you're not entitled to privacy in
No.
the public. Okay, that's the first thing. And I'm not giving legal advice because they'll never beat my price. But I'm just telling you what my legal background and studies taught me over the years.
You don't
okay?
need a private investigator. I don't care.
Oh, for a
what
child
courtroom
support?
you're in.
No. You don't need that for a child custody, but that's another matter. So anyway, that CEO that snatched the hat has the nerve now. He's come out publicly to say that he's going to sue everybody that's talked shit about him. Cayman. That's like you run into Childers.
Yeah.
Help! They're driving in a public street past my house.
A bitch ran to a bitch that signed an order that...
Cayman didn't even, his signature was it. He put somebody else up to that.
Cayman.
He didn't even do that. Why? Because he knows that would be defamation.
On these people that thought they were helping you do something, that thought they... Dude, have you rolled over on them yet? Because you have no other choice. Well, of course, remember what one guy on 7th Standard Road?
Okay, honey. Carla, pass around Perez. You like that one, huh? I came up with that all by myself. Tell me I'm wrong. Anyhow, honey, Charles is pretending he's that deputy that shot himself. Well, whatever became of that?
Why? Because he was a bitch.
No,
right,
because
Cayman?
he...
You're a bitch too, Cayman.
Honey.
Right, Cayman?
Okay. So anyway, where I'm going with this is when you're a public servant,
what about campus?
You're held to a different standard.
What about campus? Who set that hit on campus? We're going to have a chat with DOGE.
Hey, Annie, real quick. I just want to point out that ever since this last stint, when they put Charles in the slammer and denied him his medications for 4 days over a substandard contractor, not even a contractor, handyman, who not once but twice left his phone behind. See, this is why this was a civil matter, not criminal. He went and he had to have lied to the cops and said that Charles stole it in order for them to react like that. Or the cops just said, well, who are we talking about? Oh, Wiley and Hanson. Come on, you guys. We're going to be the ones.
They're never going to be the ones.
Folks, if he would have just said, I was doing a job in their house, I think I left my phone there. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure I left it there because it's pinging there. Can you help me retrieve it?
Not at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Not at 3:30 in the fucking morning. They had a chance. He'd left that house by 1:30. I'm sure he made his report by then. Why didn't they come to the house? Knock, knock, knock. Oh, excuse me. You guys know. You've been following the journey. I don't need to belabor this. But that is why Cayman's being called out. Because he turned a civil matter into a criminal matter so that he could abduct Charles in the middle of the night, deny him a standard of care.
I was abducted.
Because they're so hell-bent on getting something on us.
Those of you that know. But hey, that was the good times. That was the good old times is what I'm talking about back in the day. Speaking about back in the day, our creative one is what week is our soldier, our little soldier? What week is he in? 4th week?
I think he's starting his 4th week, and Mommy missed his phone call yesterday.
Knock your shit off right
My
now.
phone didn't even ring, honey, and he sounded so sad. My little Avan.
He's gonna go to grenade. I'm gonna call it out. I have a feeling he's going to grenade training this week.
We have one of our critters is serving in the military. He left us. It's been 3 long, going on 4 hard weeks.
Hey, remember? Don't think you're John Wayne. Why? Look at the video survey. Look at the camera video of those fucking stupid ass deputies that blew themselves up. That they thought, I'm going to join the bomb squad because that's going to get me some pussy.
Okay, honey.
Whatever gets you laid, motherfuckers.
Okay, honey.
Oh, Cayman.
And the purpose,
Cayman got his, he got a little one running all over town on the taxpayers' heads.
The purpose of this
for
trip
the next 18 years on the taxpayers'
was to drop off our youngest to college, out of state, and we're not telling you where, for her own safety.
Cayman has 200,000 plus. Most of it benefits, so it's really not a real paycheck. But he has a couple of little critters that are bastard children of Cayman running around on the taxpayer tip. Okay? Why are these... Look at these idiots that...
Okay, honey.
Look at that.
Okay, honey.
One of them has 7 fucking kids.
Yes,
And now
I thought they said
we all
9,
gonna cover
honey.
that bill for the next 18
Okay.
years.
Did they die?
The cops did. The 7 cops in LA that thought they were.
That was a
they
hit.
Thought they were a
That
bomb
was
squad.
a hit, Charles.
No.
Okay,
that
honey.
was corruption, and let me tell you why.
Okay, honey.
Because those things did not go off like that. The only way you can get an explosion like that is C4 or better. Okay, see.
And Charles's nickname's actually C4. Somebody at Gymkhana gave him that nickname.
All right. So anyway, so they blow themselves up.
Yeah, how about that deputy
One-
spitting on my porch? And he did it more than once. He did it repeatedly.
That's assault. That's assault.
Well, it's not assault. It's
Well, anyway.
I'm gonna. Yeah.
Anyway, what were we just talking about?
You were talking about C4.
So anyway, I promise
Annie
you.
said it was C4 too.
Annie said that?
Yep, Annie said that was C4 also. Annie.
Anyway, and so yeah, go ahead and answer your question.
Annie's a nurse, honey, and she's in the forever bubble. Annie, I gotta ask. So we had Charles all regulated with all of his meds. His blood pressure was doing great. We were able to decrease his lisinopril to 5 milligrams twice daily.
I never knew a nurse that had knowledge of EOD activities and their.
Annie went to school and studied criminal justice and was going to be a lawyer also, just like me, till she saw how corrupt they are, honey.
Okay, well, yeah. right, Annie? C4 or better.
So anyhow, Annie, and his nebivolol was decreased to 5 milligrams twice daily. His hydrochlorothiazide, 12.5 in the morning.
I'm cured.
So, no, honey, no, you're not. So, Annie, every morning he's averaging, I'm going to say we've had readings like 150 over 110 with a heart rate of 65. Remember, I don't say what I can't prove with record, picture, and video evidence. This is why you'd think by now people would know better than to fuck with me.
Don't show her.
I'm not
showing our key card.
I'm not showing him our key card, honey. So here's my records of Charles's.
Subscribers can see
Look,
key
yeah,
card.
subscribers. See all these records? I keep track of his vitals. I try to keep track
Can you
of some
do
of
that
his
one more
episodes. He wants me to do it one more time.
I can't even believe it. I remember we even had one of my doctors, when you were showing that, oh, well, this is what I had. Like, and he's like, are those all of his, is this all of his vitals? And you said, he almost was disgusted, saying, this is ridiculous.
He got upset.
I mean, he
Yeah.
got bent. I mean, he was bent.
But I'm going to tell you, these records right here have saved my ass and Charles's ass, me specifically as a mandated reporter, okay? But anyway, Annie wants to know what some of these...
Remember Denitra Abrams?
I want to read some of these readings to
Like
Annie.
we said,
that-
if you can't get a hold of us because you don't want to get a hold
that
of us.
that he's had blood pressure every morning. I always tell poor Charles, and I'm just going to bless myself right now, that when and if he goes to the promised land, most likely it's going to be in his sleep. And the reason I say that is because he's been waking up with blood pressures. Let me read some of these. 157 over 105. 145 over 102. 166 over 112. And these are, here we have 164 over 103, and the heart rates are low, like 60, 67, 63. So I know that it's not like he's been out exercising. These are wake up morning reads. Then as the day progresses, Charles starts to get, lower. Sometimes we've had it so low, like 99 over a 60. When that happens, I withhold his lisinopril at night. So what are your thoughts about why we seem to be high in the morning, and then as the day progresses, he starts to go low? So low that sometimes you have to withhold the nightly lisinopril. Now, I have not had to withhold the nightly lisinopril in a while. I got to put this phone over here and I'll tell you why. I think I jammed this thumb. I've had limited use out of this thumb. I can't even grip or pull or open anything with this thumb. So, I had to use my other hand to put that bag back, or that folder away in my medical bag. This is my medical bag for Charles. In there I've got his blood pressure cuff machine. Honey, you stop it.
Looks like an infant's
It's not a diaper bag, honey. Now, if I have to start putting a damn diaper in there for you, then it'll be a diaper bag. For now, it's the med bag. Let me see what Annie said. Yeah, he's got a appointment later this month with his cardiologist where we'll discuss why that's happening again.
But
My only fear is if we up the nebivolol or the lisinopril, that he's going to go back to having being hypotensive instead of hypertensive. So anyway, that's why I have to check Charles's vitals several times throughout the day, especially whenever he, gets up from his sitting position and he's wobbly and disoriented. I have to immediately check all vitals. Hey, is it his blood sugar? Is it his blood pressure? And when it's not that, then when that's just part of his cerebral amyloid angiopathy, which I fear is that why all of a sudden he's having elevated blood pressure again. Is that an indication that he's having some brain bleeds? Because cerebral amyloid angiopathy is proteins that affix to the blood vessels in the brain, causing them to bleed.
So if I forget to wake up one morning, thank you, Lori Ann, for taking care of me, and thank y'all for following the journey, because it ain't never gonna end. I love y'all. Hey, Cayman, fuck off.
Okay, honey. Let me see some of these
Hey,
questions.
Chad Louie, why don't you kiss my ass, bitch?
I always do his vitals after he's gotten up and used the restroom. I don't think that it's the blood pressure machine, because I've done several repeated blood pressures just to do the average, and they're always spot on.
I just want to
I'm not sure about his protein levels. I do try to make sure that he has enough protein, but I will definitely request some labs to be done so that we can check all that. When that happens, tell him just to stand there a minute. Oh yeah, for sure, because I wouldn't be able to pick him up if he fell. I mean, it would be hard. But yeah, so mornings are challenging for us with Charles's blood pressure and whatnot, getting it regulated when he first gets up, getting him dressed, the usual. Yes, you are blessed, C4, to have the law dog to take care of you. That's what Carla said.
Thanks, Carla. I am.
Oh, pumpkin.
But sometimes I'm treated unfairly.
Oh, honey, bullshit. Okay, I'm going to just call this out right now. You know how that works with patients like Charles that have neurological changes. Charles thinks if I tell him that he shouldn't have another donut, that I'm treating him unfairly. Honey, now you stop it.
I want to go. A bucket list would be to go to Tasmania and do the Hobart Rolex yacht race.
Annie, in all fairness, I will say that hydration, which you're a nurse, you should know, hydration plays a key role in maintaining good blood pressure, which is why, I'm going to show you this, why Charles sometimes thinks he's not being treated fairly.
The book again?
No. I'm going to show you this right here. See this? That's zero sugar soda pop. Charles loves his soda pop. But what he doesn't understand, or he didn't understand, but he does because he has me around to remind him because he forgets. It's got to be the clear. It can't be the cola. It can't be Diet Dr. Pepper. It can't be Diet or Zero Coke. Why? Because those have caffeine in it. So if he's going to drink a diet soda pop, it has to be a caffeine free. Because if he doesn't make up for the coffee that he drinks, which dehydrates him, and if he doesn't make up for the colas that he drinks because they dehydrate him, then that's going to lower his blood pressure. I'm not even a nurse, and these are just things that I have learned over the years of caring for Charles. That's why I'm the best historian for his health, safety, and well-being. Anything else, honey, before we go?
I did. I got to see if I can remember. Stephanie Childers came and did to your ass what I did to your daddy's ass. Don't tell anybody you don't know who the fuck I am, because those are stories that daddies say. I'm not even gonna tell you shit like that, you dirty old crusty bitch. You haven't felt the pain yet, but came and set you all up. Starting from the who was it, Cooper, that signed the order? Who was that crusty judge that signed the order, or was that?
That was a juvenile justice judge, and I don't remember.
That has been
Cooper, something like that.
That has been. It was a judge that they covered up. Whoever signed that order, that judge was a juvenile judge that was, I think he was even indicted, and that it all went away for being a child molester.
Pink Himalayan salt, Annie? Is that the kind of salt that I should sprinkle a little in his water?
Anyway, I think it was Cooper that signed that order. He was a...
He's the one who was running around on his wife with one of the employees.
Yeah, he was out there playing around. We put it up. You all saw that. He's the one that put it up, but also he was indicted, and then it went away for child molestation at the juvenile level. Well, Cooper, you weren't the first one to do it, and you ain't going to be the last one, you dirty son of a bitch. But all I can say is, like, when it comes to Cayman, you should hook up with Louis Pena up there in Isabella, you jackass. Why? Because he's going to show you what it takes to take a hit for the team. He took the ultimate hit, and look at where it landed his ass. Everybody else is walking around with their same jobs. Michael Whiting over at Centennial High School, creeping around the children's...
creeping around the boys' restroom. Went in the restroom, followed after one of our boys. I'm not going to say which one.
Yeah, but he knows which one. You crooked something. You're the one that... It happens every day. Hey, I'm sure it does with you, Whiting, going by the high schoolers' bathrooms while you think... You know what? You crooked something. But... back to what I was saying about Pena. Whiting, you let Pena, you set Pena's ass up to do that. Why? Well, it hasn't become clear. It has become clear. We're not there yet. So when I tell you Whiting and Pena and you all know what I'm talking about. Okay? Because Whiting, he didn't give a shit. He was just there because he didn't qualify for enough. Now look at Pena. Now that you're with the Kern High School District, now Pena doesn't qualify for anything.
Every law enforcement officer that's working in the Kern High School District couldn't make it on the beat.
Yep.
That's a fact.
Yep.
Pena got in trouble in Shafter. Whiting?
Yep.
You got in trouble too, didn't you? With BPD.
But we're not there yet. So what we got is gonna bring it all come clear. And I just wanna what was that motherfucker's name again?
Who?
Not Pena, but that other bitch.
Cayman?
Cayman. Yeah. So anyway, Cayman, you just reconcile what you got to reconcile with. But I tell you what, the way the rank and file is that you work with, and Donnie Youngblood backed up by Cynthia Zimmer and their bastard child, Zach Scribner, you really don't want to be going around by yourself. I'm just giving.
Okay, honey. I think we're done, honey.
You just want to make sure
we
that
got to clean up the room and check out, honey.
your own rank and file don't come after you.
Okay.
Like
honey.
they did with Campus, like they did with the 7th Standard Road. He had nothing left.
Okay, honey. We're done.